All right, we're working Hondo in Shields, and this has been really good for him. So there's a ton of new things that he is getting to see today, and I think it's really important that when we get dogs out in public that we're working a lot on our obedience so that we start to generalize and shape behaviors that we're working on at home. So working on the down, we're working on the with me command, asking him to be walking next to us on the left-hand side. And he does have a tendency sometimes to ignore leash pressure when he's distracted. And so I want to show you how I'm working through that with e-collar. So we don't want the dog to tune out leash pressure because that leads to a dog pulling on the leash and not yielding to the pressure and complying with the behaviors we're asking of him, whether that's even just a simple sit or walking with us. So what I'm doing is I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to say, Hondo, with me. Got his attention here. Now, as we start walking, I expect him to focus on me. So if I turn left and I'm like doing this number, he's not paying attention. So I'm going to start to use some e-collar here, and I'm stepping away from him and making him fix it. And this is hard. So he's going to want to lay down because I'm asking a lot of him, but I know he can do it. And I know he's not only more than capable, he needs to practice this with me or with anybody, just because it's going to teach him, okay, I have to follow through even if there's other dogs. We've passed a couple other dogs. Husky was in here earlier and they were working the same thing. It was kind of fun to see them doing training out here. So when he checks in, I love that. I'm doing food, offering his kibble. This is his breakfast. And so we brought him in where he hadn't had breakfast yet. Still early in the morning, first session of the day. So he's getting that food that he needs, but we're just putting it to use to help us bring a little bit more focus and more awareness. Good job, buddy. So when he checks in like that, I don't want to let that go unnoticed because I'm asking so much for so much focus under pretty heavy distractions. There's a lot of people coming and going, other dogs. And so when he offers me this, I'm going to be a little Pez machine. Payment all day long for that. That's great. Good job, buddy. Sometimes he doesn't always care about the food, like if he gets full, but that's where other tools are going to come into play. That's why we call this style of training a balanced approach, is because we want him to want to do it. We want to reward him for those things, but we also sometimes he may value going to say hi to the other dog or pulling on the leash more. So right there, he's checked out. E-collar comes on. It's on until he's next to me. That's why he's kicking his head. He's like, oh, that kind of tickles there. And so we're adding a sensation when he's out of that position, and then it goes away when he's next to me. Good job, buddy. He has to think really hard. Good job. And this is perfect. So I don't want him to blow past me when we stop. I want him to, even if somebody's tempting him, we want him to be right next to us. Good job. Yeah. So really, really good for him today.